Okay, good morning everyone. In the last tutorial, I have teach you guys about how to set the basic material and the light. So based on the progress we have done before, we are going to use in texture pen to give our model more detail. So for today, we are going to using the bird as an example. So let's select the bird, press your slash key on your keyboard, and I will turn on Shortcut Viewer so that you can see my operations. Press tab slash key and split your window in two different parts. Go to UV editor. So now let's take a look of the UV of this bird. Press tab key, go to edit mode. For now, the texture looks a bit weird because some part was distorted. In order to fix that, we can just press U and using Smart UV project. It's not always working because Smart UV projecting will make your uh, UV looks a little bit fractal. So the best solution is still using manually way to unwrap the UV. But in this case, I think this one will be fine. So for now, we have the UV. And UV map is a little bit different from UV texture. UV map is connected to your model. So since now we have using Smart UV project, basically this model has a UV map. If you want to see that, you can go to here, object.property, UV map. You can see here is the UV map. But if you want to use UV map for making texture, you need to save another image file. No matter it's about PNG file or a JPEG file, you need to save an independent file. So we need to go to here. Just press new image and choosing bird UV texture. And the size, it could be 2K, 4K, 8K, it's up to you. Usually I would just using 2K, and in this case I would just using 1K. Go to color setting and make the alpha become 0. And once you finish, just click OK. So this is the new UV map. And let's select everything. Press L. Don't forget to save your file. Press save bird UV textures. And let's save this one. Okay. So now we have this file. We have these UV textures. We need to apply this UV texture to material bow. But if I just directly apply to this one, all the other material which using this material bow will be affected. So I need to create one more. So let's click this one, new material, and then name this one as bird 2 so that we can apply this UV texture to this material bow and all the other model will not be affected. So let's go to the shade editor right here. How can we apply the UV texture to this model but still keep the wooden textures? Very easy. Press Shift A and find Mix RGB right here. And using the image texture again, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and find out your UV texture. The bird UV texture 0.001, this one, connect to the color 1, and for the wooden texture, connect to color 2, and connect the color to base color. So it will be done. Okay, so now we can start to pen. Let's go to texture pen mode, right here. Under texture pen mode, let's go to tools. You need to make sure that you are drawing on bird UV texture 0.01. That's the texture UV texture we are using, and otherwise things will get very weird. So right now select this one and you can start to pen. And right now it looks transparent. It's because for now the factor is only 0.5. So if you want a stronger, you can choose in another one, maybe just 0.3. And also, rather than using mix, you can just use an add, so you will keep both of them. Okay, so I will erase all the color, maybe erase alpha. Using erase alpha, and you can erase the color. And also, let's go back to mix color, and don't forget to turn on your symmetries. right here, X directions, so that when you draw on this side, it will automatically draw on another side. And let's use fill to fill in the basic color. So the base color, let's go to color pick right here. I think it's supposed to be brown color or something. It's up to you. Okay, right here. And you can save the color. I want to delete all the color which I have saved before. I want to save this color. So just go to the color palette and press this plus icon and the white color as well. Plus icon and maybe dark color. Plus icon. Okay, so let's start to draw. First things is you can use an F key to change the size of your brush, and you can go to the fold off to change the different type of brush. And I will use in this one. It will have a very sharp edge. Press F key and let's start to draw. Probably I will using this one as the base color, and using fill to fill in all the color. And then using this black color, let's start to draw. No, not this one. This one. Okay. Probably it's too dark, so let's use in this one. Okay. And let's use an F key to draw. White color. Okay, I just draw my bird in a very quick way. Okay. Okay, so it's pretty much finished. Once you finish, don't forget to go back to image editor and save your file. Otherwise, you will lose your progress. So let's go back to shader editor. So for now, I can using the mix or add to change the color. You can use this one to mix the wooden color or the UV texture color. So you can play with multiply, mix, or add color. I think both of them are fine, so you can play around with all these textures. And if you want to strengthen more, actually, we can try to add on one more mix RGB. And for the first one, it could be the color. And for the second one, it could be the adjust color. So you can try to using maybe some darker color to change the material result. Okay, something like this. And if you don't like it this way, you can also reconnect the color to color 2. So using the UV texture to strengthen the color, to strengthen the color, maybe you can multiply instead. And for this part, you can also use an alpha to control the factor. Okay, so with this one you can have some transparent part, especially a black part. It will become transparent based on the alpha factors. Let's disconnect this part. Okay, let's try to do that again. So connect everything together. So basically it just means that we do this one twice, and we can use an add color again, so it will look more stronger, I guess. Using mix, we can try to use mix. Okay, so probably this one will be looks better, so I just try to do that twice. Using the alpha to control the factor, using the color as the color 1, using the color within color as the color 2, and do this one twice so the result will look better. Okay, so for the displacement, I hope probably in the paint part, like this kind of black part or this kind of orange part, it's supposed to have some thickness because it was a paint. It's not just coloring wood. It has some paint and coating on the surface. So let's using this trick again. Copy this mix RGB and using the wood color as the color 2 and using the color to control the factor. But if you want to do that, we need to transform the color to black and white color. So let's using Shift A and find the gradient color ramp right here. Connect this one to color ramp. And you can play around with that. It doesn't work very well because we don't have much black and white color. So let's try to use an alpha instead of the color. Probably a little bit better, but I'm not so sure. We have to try. No, it doesn't look good. So let's use it, just using color. And using multiply rather than add. Okay, I think it works. So for now, we can using the color field to adjust the thickness of the paint. Maybe just a little bit will be fine. Just a little bit. Make this one looks like it has some thickness. And if you draw, okay, it has some thickness on the surface. Press F key again. And I think we can try to using erase alpha, make this one have some more detail. No. Okay, so the surface looks like it has some thickness. Okay, so basically we have finished the architecture. For this part I using mix RGB twice, so in order to strengthen the color result. And for this part I using mix RGB and the color ramp to transform the color into black and white, and using the one to control the thickness. So which means the brightest part it will be more thicker, and the darkest part it will be more thinner. So that's the idea about how to control the thickness. Okay. Alright, so that's the result for today. Thank you for watching. Hope and based on this idea, we will use in this material for all the rest of the parts, so that we will have more parameter and detail we can adjust. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.